It is I, John Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from the deadbeat state of Ohio, where I have heard the shocking news about the passing of that great humanitarian, Hugo Chavez. That's right, Chavez passed away yesterday, sadly, with a form of cancer that obviously was given to him by George W. Bush and the elitist capitalists of the United States of America, according to some people on the left. That's right. What's going on here is after the passing of this great humanitarian, you listen to these people on the left almost sing the praises of this guy because he did what he could to help the poor. That's right. They love this guy. We all know what went on with Danny Glover going down there to see him, and Sean Penn saying that America has lost a great friend. They didn't even know it. And all this because this guy apparently helped the poor. Now, if you really want to know what these people think about Hugo Chavez, all you got to do is turn to the Huffington Post and listen to what this guy, Dr. Joseph Palermo, who is an associate professor at California State University. Now, he wrote a column singing the praises of Hugo Chavez, and I thought you might find it interesting to hear what this guy had to say about him. Now, listen to this. Quote, Hugo Chavez was singled out for the white-hot hatred of the American right. Oh my, no wonder they love this guy. And much of the mainstream media. I don't know why he would hate the mainstream media. My God, the mainstream media is in with Obama and all these damn leftists, so why would he hate them? But he goes on, primarily because he was, I get this, primarily because he was the first Venezuelan president to try to address the crying needs of the most impoverished majority of the people in his country. Oh my God, boy, that's a hot one. It's kind of like what Obama's trying to do for the poor people in this country. That's right. So what's Obama doing for the poor people in this country? Well, let me see. He gave them all cell phones. He's giving them all more food stamps. He's giving them free health care. And in return for that, they put him back in office. And the fact that we have more poverty and more people languishing with no jobs, the unemployment rate's 8%. That doesn't mean anything. He's trying to help the poor. But of course, by trying to help the poor, Hugo Chavez made himself a small fortune. And these are the people that are crying about him helping the poor, and he did it all right. But of course, he fleeced them to do it and had all kinds of money. And these are the same people that are crying about helping the poor in this country by taking the money from the people that actually work in this country and giving it to all the worthless deadbeats all over the place. That's what Obama and this redistribution of wealth did, and that's what their buddy Hugo Chavez does. But his intent, of course, was to help the poor. And even though he made millions and millions of dollars on it, is beside the fact. But he goes on, and listen to what Dr. Palermo keeps rambling on. And listen to this, quote, after decades of failed neoliberal economic policies imposed on them from the outside that produced more poverty than development, the people elected him to try something new. Now let me see, neoliberal economic policies that, oh my, imposed from the outside. Who the hell would that be? But at any rate, it continued. He was a national leader who made it abundantly clear that he sought to break out of the U.S. system of control of the Western Hemisphere that dates back to the Monroe Doctrine of 1823. Now, this is what the guy said in conclusion, and this tells you everything you need to know about how they see things, and it just explains it all. Quote, Hugo Chavez defied the history of power relationships in this hemisphere, and for the defiance, elite voices will vilify him, but a larger amount of people will see him as a hero, end quotation. And seeing him as a hero is exactly what this Dr. Palermo, Barbara Walters, Danny Glover, Sean Penn, they all seem as a hero. Now, let's go over a few facts here. They say that we say, that's right, they say that we conservatives say, I should say, so to say, that for some strange reason we think Hugo Chavez was a thug and a brutal dictator, and they love him. Now let me make sure I understand how this goes. So Hugo Chavez comes in and basically rigs all the elections. And if anybody is opposed to him, they get thrown in prison, if just not out and out murdered. Okay, now I know of several instances where free democracy radio stations tried to pop up in Venezuela, and Hugo Chavez and his thugs went in and shut them down. God knows we don't want to have any other voices than that of Chavez and the regime. Now, where have we heard this before, Dr. Palermo? Well, let me think. Who is it that doesn't like Fox News? And who is it that wants to bring back the fairness doctrine? And who is it that seems to think that anybody that has an opinion and doesn't believe in the things that he believes has to be a racist? Gee, who would that be? And who is it in this country that seems to try and explain to people that the reason that he is doing everything he can is to redistribute wealth from people that actually have money and work to earn it and give it to people who really don't give a damn about working at all? That's called class warfare. Now, let me get this straight. Class warfare. Now, where have we heard that before? Oh, gee whiz. What was that guy's name? That's right, Karl Marx. Now, you remember when Obama took office, he was at a big Central American seminar or something like that, and his buddy Hugo Chavez came up and gave him a book. Remember the name of the book? Well, I remember the name of the book. It was called The Open Veins of Latin America. And basically, it was an anti-American book blaming America for all the problems that existed in Latin America. And Hugo Chavez went up there and handed it to his comrade, his friend, Barack Obama, who gladly took the book. So there you go. So I guess it takes one brutal dictator to know another benevolent dictator. Oh, that's right. Obama tried to tell us the other day that he's not a dictator, even though he passes. How many executive orders is that again, Dr. Palermo? Because apparently Obama doesn't believe in this thing called the Constitution, so he just figures he'll just issue executive order after executive order, and to hell with the Constitution. Now, who would that be? Would that be Barack Obama? Well, Dr. Palermo, I would tend to think so. So, what we have is exactly one Marxist son of a bitch in one country that just passed away, and another Marxist son of a bitch basically running this country trying to do the exact same thing that Hugo Chavez did. Jeez, Dr. Palermo, and you want to know why people like me get upset at people like you. You need to put down the damn remote control, read a book, vote Republican, and get with the damn program. We are losing our liberty in this country, and we are going right down the path that Hugo Chavez took his country. And I got some news for you. You can sing the praises of this brutal tin-horn dictator all that you want, because the guy was a piece of shit, and that's just all there is to it. And to make matters worse, your president is cut out of the same Leninistic cloth that this guy was. And I don't give a damn what you think about it, because I'm right and you're wrong. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative, Ronald Reagan, saying this to you right now. There's only one thing for the Obama administration to do: to send somebody to the funeral of their buddy Hugo Chavez. That's right, send our new Undersecretary of State, Dennis Rodman, because he embodies everything that the left holds dear, and he would be the perfect representative for the United States at Hugo Chavez's funeral. Until next time, I say this to you now. Over!